You're live. Hello and welcome back. Or to. Or something. I don't know. The colors have been swirling on my screen for a bit. It's giving me a weird feeling. A Disco Elysium is what we're trying out today. My sister gave this to me for my birthday. I have no idea how you play this. So we can play some pre-generated characters on the left, or we can create our own on the right. A thinker. Extremely intelligent. Very bad with people. Knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. Oh boy. Oscar, welcome to the stream. Sergio Gaming, hello. And Oscar, hello. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Extremely powerful. Interacts with the world through his body. Gets things done. But dumb as a rock. Can we create our own? Oh my gosh. Why does it have to be so big on the screen? Average intelligence. Terrible physical. Average physical. You know, we're going to go with the thinker. I think of myself as a thinker. And that other screen, it just scared me. Is this game? Yes, this is game. The Furies? I thought I said something else at the start. Alright, we're in chapter begin. It's dark. Do I click it? Oh, jeez.
There is nothing. Only warm, primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of mold.
Mold?
You don't have to do anything anymore.
I don't like that.
Ever.
Ancient reptilian brain?
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Oh gosh. Simply keep on non-existing?
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
That's great.
Yes, it is.
Omnimus, you say? Omnus? Sorry, what is this game? I have no idea. My sister gave it to me for my birthday a couple months ago. And since there's nothing new out right now to play, we're going to play what she got me. So, this is a sponsored stream by my sister then? Just for full disclosure. Let's see here. Give me some more. What was that about the X's?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a pool of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Oh gosh. I can plunge back into the depths, or I want to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness.
Oh.
It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Illinois, never let me go. No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting something from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
Don't be naive. Of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends. I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Wait, I did this to myself?
Yes, your one disco mother.
I don't care. I'm an idiot. I'm a brave idiot.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation.
I felt something!
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Oh my gosh, I do get to learn disco. Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck, and I'm in it! Please, no. I've changed my mind. Take me back to...
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help, someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Oh no. Somehow you know. Open your eyes. Oh, it's so loud. Josh. I'm turning it down for you guys. Why am I naked on the floor? It's like that song. Okay, I'm wearing underpants. At least that's something. Alright, I'm turning it back up for you guys. Alright, let's find some pants. Okay, I'm gonna take pants. I have pants on, guys. You can put your eyes back on me. I'm beautiful. Woo! Oh, I can't spin around. I was gonna spin. I can't. Oh, my head. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your fair-cut pants. Fish them out. It says, whirling in rags on aluminum keys. There's a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. Challenge succeeded. The Whirling in Rags, a hotel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers. I finished the challenge. Oh. This magnum-sized bottle of Comorno Red is empty. Hold tab to highlight. Alright, so these are the things I can interact with. There's something over there, and something there, and something there. And then my tie is on this fan. I'll take the shoes. I see a tub. Am I supposed to wash myself before I get dressed? I think that's the, you see bottles in the bathtub, wine bottles, and sweet liquors. I think that's what they was talking about, was the stabbing in the head was a hangover. Words fail to describe how the rank smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Alright, let's find our jacket. We'll take it. Okay, let's find whatever this is. Is that a shirt? Oh, no. It's, some kind of cassette from the past. Okay, so I see a doorway here, but I also see this doorway over here. Or it's a window. And then, of course, my tie is still on there. I need to find a switch. Okay, we're wasting hot water there. There's the mirror. Let's talk to ourselves. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fiercer discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped off half of the faucet. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapors. Really? Nothing? Really. All recollection of the person you are, the person in your life, and even the world you're in, has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was deluge. A world-ending properties. Wipe the mirror. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Let's just get over with it. Wipe the mirror. Maybe I should just touch it first to make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with it. What's wrong? Where to begin? There's the bloatness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an unholy amount of alcohol underneath your skin. I'm sorry. Touch your nose. Bet you are. There's a nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you hook it. And it doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. At least my tongue is okay. Touch your tongue. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. I'm scared. I want to stop doing this. Wipe the mirror. Okay, not bad. You know, he's a bloke. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Dear Lord, help me. What is this? Of course I do. It's some kind of superstar, I think. I'm a superstar. It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face, or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? I think it might be because I'm a superstar. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. This is the mirror talking right now. No, this is what superstars do. Keep making the face. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin on your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? I think I'm supposed to look suggestive? God, I don't know. It's indescribable. Superstardom. You should check yourself for a pulse superstar. From here, it looks like a cadaverous spasm. Check for pulse. Gained experience. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive. For now. Let's see. Formulable 13. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. 3%. Very low. 58%. Even chance of working it out. Alright, we'll do that one. Check failure! Oh! Alright, well, let's try the other one. Oh, that's gonna definitely fail at 3%. Okay, well, can't win them all, I guess. Door's locked. Can I use the key? Key to room 1. I have the tape. Alright. Let's put on the tape and see what we learn. FBI, welcome to the stream! Did I miss you guys, or did you guys miss me? And hi, I've been offline for 100 days. Has it really been that long? This reel-to-reel tape player is still on. Rolling empty. Oh my gosh. I hope this doesn't play copyrighted music. How do I move this to this? Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Oh, okay, so... Alright, first off, we need my tie. Ceiling fan. This fan has 2 chain pulls, switches. One end is a tiny fan, the other is a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to the blades. 58% chance to grab the tie. Success! You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It releases from the blade. Ceiling fan. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. Pull the fan. The blades come to a halt. Pull the light bulb. Oh gosh, a terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel photons burning a hole in your brain. Bring it on! Oh, damaged health. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good. Alright. I just hurt myself. I am now at 1 health. Don't forget your tie. Got the tie, Oscar. How's it going? It's going all right. Good. I changed. Oh, you changed your title. Yes. All right, guys. To the door, I suppose. Let's see. Oh, there's something back here now. I really need a health pack or something because I think we only have 2 HP. Take the shirt. White satin shirt achieved. Okay, we've looked at the mirror, we've looked at the door. It's time to get out of here. We need breakfast. We'll just kind of limp out the door. The key has unlocked the door. Alright. Let's go look at this calendar, I guess. The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. Okay. So we're in like the United States then. Okay, we'll lock our door. Don't want anyone stealing what we have. We'll can't open that.
Hello, officer.
Wait, what? Ma'am? Miss Orgine Disco Dancer, the young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Easy success. Her eyes are brown and her face is sparkled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. Officer, am I military personnel? Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just leave. Am I military?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. Wait, I know, I'm a businessman. Chief executive, right? Then why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Damn right I'm a police officer. And don't you forget. Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
She takes another drag from her cigarette. All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Yeah, I've got results from that. Let's look at chat here. ... Good, change my name. Italy in Europe Union agrees. I have bad news. We are going... Oh, gosh, FBI. Careful. Alright, I've succeeded with a medium. You have no doubt about drinking, but do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. Huh. I might not know where I am, or who I am, or what a corpus canemum is? How I know what sounds like. Why do I remember being a cop or anything? Challenge. We have a 3% chance of winning the challenge. Oh, man. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer? Why do can't I remember? Could it be because of the drinking? She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles. Medium success. She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired. Her beauty waning faster than onset at her age. I might not know where I am or who I am. Let's see. She nods. But I do know someone not telling me the whole story. What am I doing here? What's my case? She takes a long drag before speaking. There's a mercenary out back. He's been hung. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops. And why didn't you tell me that? I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer. Okay, 3%. Can't really... I might not know where I am. Let's see, I've tried that. Who is this officer, or who in their right mind would let me be an officer? Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be police officers. Wow. Let's try that. Check failed. Those words have already left your mouth. She erupts in laughter, all fatigue swept from her face. What's with that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again. What? Come on, please, one more.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Okay, we went that route because I don't know if this is an 18+ game. Something stirs in you as she's about to go, calling in an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words a million times before. Before you go, I have some questions for you. What if I don't want to ask questions? She looks at you, a light glinting in her eye. What? Something stirs in you. Call it an instinct, the need to ask questions. It's like you've said these words a million times. Let's look at chat. No, just talk about that. What? The guy who loves Roblox, welcome! What is this place? Where am I? You're in a hotel, sir. No, where are we? Where in the world? We are in Revocol? Easy. Revocol is a disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under the foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our movement in time. Should that mean something to me? How about you tell me something else instead? Tell me, is it 51 now? It's 51. What century? The current century. And what number? Centuries don't have numbers. They have names, and this is the current one. How many centuries have there been? Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. So we're in the deep future. Okay. She grins. What's so funny? You're right. Her expression turns serious. There is nothing funny about civilization. Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? There was unusual ruckus, she shrugs. Loud disco music. Did I have any visitors? Couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. She nods towards room 3. Loud disco music? Oh yes, various artists. Prime among them. She raised an eyebrow, waiting for her name to connect with you. Oh, that. Yeah. The less said about oh, the better. The oh were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, she sings. But we go on. Yeah, we go on all right. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. What happened? A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music, on repeat. Then went on for quite a while. Some of the time you were yelling along to it. Was I singing to this? Show her the empty case of the swollen church in Saints. Yes, there was a church in there. A really small, little church. A small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the world. It was about that. And also, what else? That doesn't matter anymore. And that we are alone now. It was different to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft. But you sounded like a wounded boar. Sir, it was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. When you say wounded, do you mean that it was in a cool way, like a wild beast? Yes, it was very cool. It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really mean. Or really means it. Then what happened? You started screaming and trashing the place. Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The sound stopped, and furniture too. A real destruction. There was screaming then. I think you passed out. Please tell me there wasn't anything else. There was. I think you screamed that you don't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. She nodded, and then was... Okay. You can go now. Leave. I guess we'll leave.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. You've scared me. Where are we? Oh, there's something on the... Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Okay, so she left because we didn't click on that dialogue, but that's fine. It wasn't PC friendly. There's something on the table. $40? No, 40 cents. We'll take it. We need money. Money gained, 40 cents. There's a door here. What else do we got? What else? Can we go all the way around? Let's look at chat. The character he's playing. He's a drunk guy. Yeah, that's the character, alright. There's some stairs. We could go out that door over there, but... Whoa! This is pronounced Rivashol. Revachol. It's 8:33. There I am. There's lights down here. This is where the lyrics would be. Oh, it's karaoke? A big old karaoke mic. Just waiting for someone to sing. Alright, looks like we found the bar. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. I guess we'll talk to the bartender. Garrett, a man in his late 20s, stands behind the counter inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sidelong glance and looks down again. Easy failure. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make sure some small talk. Looks like a stuffed bird. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Medium success. This is a great suka. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Iola, the part of the world where you are in now. The small steel tag says much. The great Sika. What happened to the bird? Look, your buddy over there.
Your buddy is over there.
He's in a bomber jacket. Let's look at chat. Tender Slender, welcome to the stream. Hit the like button. Thanks, guys. Okay, so there's a guy over there in a bomber's jacket that's a buddy of
Why
mine.
don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my body? He pretends not to hear you, concentrating. Alright. Let's find out about this dude and click on this thought. The Inland Empire. You should totally sing karaoke here for the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul. My soul is immense. Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. This goes well with a theory I'm developing that I am a down-on-my-luck superstar who is mistakenly identified as a cop and his prominent jawline. Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you are done with the thought. What should I sing when it comes? You should sing the saddest small church song from the tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Of course. They really get a gauge on my soul with that one. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who sings now? Task gained. Sing karaoke. Oh my gosh. This feels right. You belong here. What? Alright, there's something on the table over here. We'll go grab that. It's a fire... No. Seltzer? No Sven. Health +1. Oh, good. I've healed! This is the water cooler. A large bubble is raising from to the surface. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the words Monday was written on it. So, some dude in a bomber's jacket. That looks like a bomber's jacket. A spectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On his sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on his back, there are some emblematic white triangles on the blazer. Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name. We got an 83% chance to remember our name. We did it! Concentrating makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange like a forest fire blooming on the horizon, but mixed with stench of alcohol rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there still may go on. It's not your time yet. I don't really know my name. Say anything.
Okay then.
He possesses the information and discharges it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied. You mean him? Nod towards the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I talked to him. Seems to be some kind of misunderstanding. You're talking to me for someone else.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. What interview? Yes, the police.
Right. And the interviews?
What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Sweet.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Okay. What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can you be sure I'm from the police? But I can't remember anything. He looks at you for a moment in silence. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you're still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through much worse. Much worse. If you need something for your head, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can you be sure I'm from the police? I was sent here to meet a detective from the Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the civilian militia on your sleeve and on your back. He points to your jacket. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I am going to set these possibilities aside. I'm not from the implicant general. Medium success. What's saying he's not from the rat squad and he isn't supposed to suspect such things. You mean initial affairs? Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigations. You said insignia. They're white triangles. Point to your sleeve. Yes, but they're just white triangles. They're not just white triangles. They are a halogen watermark from the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of the Rivacol West. I can't remember how they said to say that. Oh, look, chat here. All right, Sergio Gaming, thanks for coming by. Get some rest. But shouldn't I have a badge or something? You mean you don't have a badge? It's not on me. When I woke up. Task gain. Report your badge missing. Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedent. But I told you I'm not really a police officer. Alright, let's roll. Task gain. Interview the cafeteria manager. After you, officer. Task gain. Inspect victim's body. Len is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by clicking on him. Okay. Alright, so main task, talk to the manager. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts in a man's hand. Cafeteria manager drops the ledger as he was holding and turns to the lieutenant. Mr. Greer.
Guard, right? You run this place.
Let's see. Kim glances at his little notebook.
Yes.
Tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. What is gold and orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me?
No, help me out. What is golden?
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor, and you're orange.
See, everyone agrees with your color scheme. What? You're on track with the name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
All right. Finds a slip of paper and hands it over to the lieutenant. This sounds like something you can use to call her later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? With Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Wow.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective?
Any questions I have for him? He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. Right, then. Questions, I got this. Play the fool. Who, me? No, I'm good. Pass the questions. His face expression profoundly doubts and you're having this. Ask him about the body location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocent questions. What can you later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa? Where's the body located? Behind the building, there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind it. They hoisted him up on the tree. How do we get there? That's easy. See the door there? He points to the west. Is that west? First, you exit through that, then to the right. You should find a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get through the courtyard there. No need for keys. The hole is big enough for the cavalry to fit through. This, man, means the heavy cavalry of the Innocents Francongro, sweeping over the plains of the nations of the enemies of the mankind. 5th century style. Cool, blah, 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 blah. Heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous. Why did Sylvia go away? She went away because none of your business. Have they not been telling you you're a cop? Am I not a cop? Everything is my business. Ah, we gained experience. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked her for her number, that's why Sylvia went away. I hope you appreciate that. The lieutenant opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in the small pocket. Thank you, he says. Mystery solved? Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employee's conduct. This stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist. Guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. Good for you. Was there something else? I got to get back to what I'm doing. Who killed him? I don't know. Who killed him? I'm not the police. That's your job. That's it, is it? He said. They hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they if it doesn't now? Who is this they if he doesn't now? I think that no. Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who did they did you mean by they? Oh, he's a bit surprised you caught that. People are saying it was the uni dock workers that was a lynching. Whose exactly is that? The locals, customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it. Did the de Bleu themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor? I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. Why would the dock workers lynch this man? I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do. You mean the strike? Ooh, more experience. Yes, the strike. He makes little quotation marks with his fingers. The man they hung was a security guard for the harbor company. I hear a mercenary. The Union Sisters probably thought they sent a message. Alright. I have another question. Are you the bartender? No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. Wow, you look like a bartender. That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager. What's the difference? I have 3 cafeterias I manage. There, get over it. That's all. Task completed! We've interviewed him. Let's go. Not so fast. He points to, you owe me 130 real. I can slip away? What's real? What? Success! As you blow the joint behind, you hear a whistling voice shout, real mature, man! Real mature! We did it. We got away. The door's bolted. A sign reads, kitchen staff until 13. The soft purr of an electrical juicer from the machine worked. Can we get through here? Inside, you catch a glimpse of the Union, a strike poster, some red pamphlets. A sign reads, mess hall, reserved for Union members, doors open. The Royal pinball machine is unplugged. The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavored cigarettes. What are the hallmarks? Clinging to a picture book version of past centuries, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all profiteers and basically imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. Wait, where do I get such a crown? It comes free with a 6-pack of Roy de War. The words Roy de War are stamped into the crown plastic. The idea of a king and a century gone is pretty fascinating. Let's see. It's a pinning of the time before the 50 years. Let's look at chat. Chat, you doing okay? Alright, so we need to report my badge being stolen, and we need to investigate that, the body hanging out back. Okay, there's the hole. There's his car. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered with the blue and white bearing of number 57. Vapors emerge from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion, the Captiscor's motor carriage. Open the door. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers and a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and a soft glow from the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leather-worked and heavy fuel oils wash over you. Pick up the radio. The frequency lights up, and the green blow labeled Prime Line glows with a feline eye, and then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41 Precinct here. I'm putting him on. Operating the radio is easy. Just to be confident, you've probably done it 1,000 times. Come in, dispatch. Come in. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from 41 Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you. This is Officer Alice DeMoore, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? A voice replied. Under the green Primeline yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is. Could you connect me to the 51 precinct? I have something I need to report. Just a second, officer. She puts on the hold, and the static crackles slightly with the bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His ratty voice is oddly familiar. 10-2, 10-5. This is 41. Come in, over. The man uses relay codes. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay codes. 10-4, station 41. I've got an urgent business, over. 10-5, relay. What is your status, over? Just reporting in, over. State your message, over. I need to report my badge missing. This might sound odd, but there's a personal detail I'd like to discuss. Transmission, over. My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need a 10-22, the captain, over. It is him. A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge? Say nothing. Who lost his badge? Mulan, who do you think? It's Officer Richard. He tries to speak through laughter. Mulan from the bestsellers Mulan and the Lost Identity. Well, we got our name now. Dick Mulan is not your name. It's name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. I had a success. Trivial. Your total was 7. I can get totals here too. 6. Your total was 12. Officer. Haha. Officer has lost his badge. Haha. Like I'm the first cop to misplace his badge. Can you move on? We'll laugh with him. He says this has probably happened to other police officers before and laughs sarcastically. Oh, dang it. Is he kidding around? The whole station's gonna be... Satellite officer, this is wondering if you might be joking and adds this tenement reputation entire station over it. Come on, officer. Tell them to stop. Alright. Alright, task completed, reported missing badge. Task down. Task gained, track down your badge. I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that there's in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Mark, come on here. You gotta hear this. Lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop has lost his badge. He lost his what? What? His badge. He lost it. The badge. Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment? Enough with this. I have other things to discuss. Come again? I don't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult to hear you. New heights even for Captain Sober. The speaker gasps for air. Asked him if he lost his gun too. Sergeant wants to know if you lost your gun. Over. Check your pockets. Oh gosh, you don't know where it is. I don't have my gun. No, it's gone. 10-9. Officer, did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. Check failed! No, of course I didn't lose my fun. He says he didn't lose his gun or his fun, whatever it means. Ask him to describe it. His not his fun, just the gun. It'll do. Whisper to him, what are you packing? It's a gun. A regular murder weapon. Look, I don't have it all. I don't have my gun. He says he doesn't have it. Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't. He's the man subscribed to laughter. This isn't really a laughing moment. Mark catches the giant. I don't think we carry a gun, guys. But Disco here made him... Oh, I mean, he lost. Ask if he still has his... No. 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 If they're still in possession of your genitalia. Over. Yes. I left it at the... I don't... What? This is Firewalker out. The silence is almost deafening as you flick off the switch. That did not go well. I looked. The important thing is that you followed protocol and reported your lost items. Did we need anything else here to look around in the cabin? Pull out the toolbox. A metallic drawer. Take what you need, officer. I'm going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men. Take the flashlight. Gain flashlight. Let's see what's in the desk you would otherwise miss. Take the red pry bar. Gain pry bar. Take the chainsaw. Chain cutters? Chain cutters. You do a good job with these chain cutters, locks, and ropes, especially belts. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as it starts. It is the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat. There's no use in pressing the heat button, he says as he jiggles his keys. It won't start without the ignition key. Alright, close the door and leave. Man, that's a lot of dialogue. There's something over here. Let's investigate. We also got a bench, too. And a person? There's lots of people here. Some great tragic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. The bench worn has beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comfortable. The lieutenant looks down the street. We can sit on the benches after we solve the murder. Let's go. You can visit this bench if you ever need to pass the time when the lieutenant is gone. So we can sleep here whenever we want. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Oh, what's this? The Post Le Fleur mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffiti. A closer inspection reveals the 2 ballot holes in the front. A faint flicker on the side reads RCM Emergence Desk number 8100T with a slogan, Mankind be vigilant. Good mail delivery box. Pat the box. Mail collection box. The box seems happy. Perception. Sight. Easy. There's a lot of scribbled on the side of it. I feel you, mail collection box. Healed morale. Moral? Okay. The mail collection box seems Catholic. Thankful even. Cathartic? It's something. So, do you shoulder? We were nice to an inanimate object. Wow. There's some small bottles inside. You pick them up. If you had a bag. Oh, there's a sign. Rue de Santa Etape. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Why am I looking at it? What kind of vehicle? 72. Vincent. Reconstruct the moment. Alright, look at that. Let's see. The tire tracks were left by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. So it started, it reversed, and it took off. Some of the rubber stuck to the tires right in front of the... This is a driver. Started here and accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the cavalry cafeteria manager. What happened next? The driver proceeded to back out of the yard and barely stopped before hitting the adjacent building. Oh. Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry. Car drove through the fence. You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city. A car drove through the fence. Is this connected to the case? I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen, and with the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate. You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went if you could find the time. Alright, so to the south we've got tracks. Oh, wow. You throwing rocks at that body? Okay, we've got something on the ground here. There are several footprints in the mud left by work boots. Anything from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Visual, 72%. We got it. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have stuffed back and forth in the mud. Go over them one by one. Alright, number 1. Stand work boots. Steel reinforced toe. Standard work boots. Steel reinforced toe, number 44. Hobble nail work boots. Steel reinforced toe, number 43. Standard work boot. No. Number 45 or 46. Wait, which is it? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart in this. Cold must have preserved them. Let's see. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced toe, number 44. An ambient light and air. Even pace. Same boot of the... a make of boot, but number 41. Male or female? Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The Gant is undeveloped. I'm pretty good at this, aren't I? You're not bad. It is as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. Count the rest. 7. The glowing outline of a standard boot. Standard boot. Number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. And yet another standard boot, number 44. There's an apparent in the pattern of the sole, however, the right sole is smoother, more worn. How many? The lieutenant has been tracking your eye movements. 400 million. 8. I was pretty off then. I counted 20. Same guys are walking back and forth. I never got the hang of hypophoria. He points to his glasses. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint. 200? He thinks for a moment. Could be combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other, who tied up? Let's say a heavy built worker carrying a similarly built, soon to be dead man. He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. Maybe it was a giant. One of them was carrying him over. Possible, yes. The lieutenant marks something down on his pad. You're thinking, why did they have to carry him? Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just marched him up to the gallows. Maybe the victim refused to walk to his own lynching? You have a point. He clicked his pen, thinking for a moment. Anyway, seems to be something to consider. What else can you see? Point. Number 41. Light. A woman or kid? I don't think there's any way to be sure. Understood. Anything else? One sole is smoother than the other. Interesting. Let's name this odd sole. Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant? Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a jointer at the harbor? He thinks for a moment. Or maybe a drummer. A drummer. That's... Some of the people are looking for... Is a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We're looking for a drummer. We're not looking for a drummer. He raised his finger. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver who wears one of the right shoes before the left. The accelerator is on the right. Nods thoughtfully. He should keep our eyes open through the traffic jam, see whether anyone strikes out a potential suspect. Seems prudent, yes? Yes. Lieutenant writes the information down in his book, then reverts to the tracks. How old do you think these tracks are? A week, maybe? 7 days? Would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller who reported the hanging. It is not impossible. How do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for casual or coastal 7 days below freezing. The day before the day of the hanging was the last warm day. Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. Alright, what do you think happened here? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. I really need to stop this kid from hitting this body. Around and under the tree. Alright, 5 XP gained. Then after hoisting him up, They stood in a semicircle facing in his direction. At first glance, they appeared to be lynching. Indeed, they stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself. Alright. Let's talk to this kid. Kid, could you stop hitting the evidence?
Kuno's got this!
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body couldn't be older than 12. Success. If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He almost exists in his ugliness like a...
Oh yeah, never comfy, Kuno.
What is this kid saying? Hey kid, police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick!
Ah! The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes, and his jaw twitches as if he's trying to break free from the empire of his body. Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Fuck that, Kuno. Yeah, right in the mouthful.
The shit himself!
Alright guys, the language is getting a bit rough here. You may need to turn it down.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener!
Look, I have some questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
I'm turning him down. His voice is shrill and terrible to my ears. A medium. The kid moves his hand like a basketball player, drifting fast. Irregular speech patterns, overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs? The warrant furthers investigation into this. Do you guys usually play in this yard? Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? I might have questions later for now. The body. What do you know about it? What's your questions? Don't tell him. This is where you quietly ask him questions, real cop questions, like a cop. Do you know who he was? He picks up a rock, uses for target practice. He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know. So do you know anything? Knows all kinds of stuff. Not a snitch, though. He shakes his head, clearly offended, trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. Do you know how he got up there? Probably climbed. He was down the road when the stuff happened. You heard. Wasn't even in the Rafas. He pulled himself up. Okay, where did you go then? I don't know. He looks around, trying to come up with something. I don't know. Some other place. Night. Oh, this is hard to... There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pub science fiction novel. Where is... it doesn't exist. Why you gotta be right in... You haven't been where... You haven't been in his head. You want to know where Kuno is? You want to know? Don't tell him! It's Kuno's building, Night City, Rage City, the City of Rage. That's it. That's not lame. Lame! The name of the city is... This is impossible to deduce what is about. At least for the moment. If it's important, I'll come up later. Focus. Have you seen anyone suspicious around here? Just a couple of pigs. Wonderful. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else. I have more questions about the crime scene. I'll have questions later. Discuss the body. Maybe later. Ask you, who's Kuno? Kuno is pig. The boy points to his chest with his thumbs. It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly, this kid's using third-person perspective as a shield. Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation. Kuno doesn't do that smart stuff. He seems offended. Don't throw the book at Kuno. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book. Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle with you. He's gonna put his hands. The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the window overhead the yard. Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Help! The boy joins in. He's got Kuno. Reaction speed. Everyone can hear. You need to get out of here before. Just gonna leave. Conclude the conversation. Yeah, get out of here before the Kuno beats you. Yeah, right. You hear say walk away. Alright, you wanna... What the heck? Alright, let's see if we can get the body down. The kid's ladder is rickety, but it's still climbable. The ladder for kids wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue looks ball gag in his mouth. He seems to be holding your breath. Look down. A cargo belt twists his neck at the unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell sweeps in through your clenched nostrils. Endure. 3% to endure. What is that? Why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises the white pieces of linen in his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one's judging. He's about to blow! The cop's gonna blow! Oh, I can't endure. No, I failed. The smell is repulsive. It pushes its way from your mouth, more intense and more familiar than anything you'd expect. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Try to walk it away. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, the sound effects. Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lays underneath your feet, and your throat sings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red raises from the pool, along with it distilled spirits and bits of shish kebab. God. It's okay. It happens to everyone. The lieutenant hands you his white handkerchief. Keep it. Thanks. Wipe your mouth. Item gained. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. You think ammonia would work? If you can handle the headache, he nods. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverous odors. But not you. I can't handle the headache. It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you. Okay, where do you get ammonia from? There's a fittery nearby, east of the hotel. They usually have a small apothecary. If you don't, he points to the greenhouse. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of a whirl of rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell. Pretty clever. Having the ammonia is a modifier to the endurance check. Modifiers make checks easier, allowing you to retry them. Locked. Okay. Turn away. Someone is trying to grow herbs here. Let's see here. Magnesia. Money gained. Okay, so we got a door here. Pile of entropy? Intronite. And incurs a pile of roofing materials. Perception. Sight. 58. Ah, failed. Because it's nicely ornate, well-laid palette. Easy on the eyes. We healed? Claims your mind. What is this? Nothing. Someone just left some roofing materials slanted. A challenge. You asked. When the junior researcher Tal invented a night in the blah blah, oddly, he thought it would last longer, hence the name. Sadly, the only thing lasting turned out to be the material's highly cardiogenic effects. Alright, well, I found a bucket. Come on. Can I now get to the bucket? Is this roof blocking my way? Oh, this is the lady with the wheelbarrow.
The Elysium in Martinez.
The young.
Can I help you with?
You sound
We
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
My partner told me you may have some ammonia. Can I have some? Sure, I'm done with it. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Go easy on the stuff. It gives me a terrible headache. We need directions. Of course. Where am I? What do you mean? I'm a bit disoriented. This is Radish, right? Yes, sir. It's District of Mar. She looks around, thinking of what else to say. The intersection is called Roundabout North. He knows where we are. He just wants directions. The lieutenant seems uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you are displaying. Alright. Thank you, ma'am. Of course. I will hold you back. She wipes her brow with a yellow glove. If there's a corpse, then it's going to need some gloves for the autopsy. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure. Keep them. I have another pair. She hands it to your gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. Wow, she's such a nice lady. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, endure. 8%. Item lost. It didn't work. Check failed. Failure. It only makes it worse. The combination of the forces tears your ducts. The second time, not so much. What's with the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears. It didn't help. Nor does the wind right now. You feel the lieutenant pat you on the back. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing through odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Why can't I keep it in if I'd been a cop my whole life? I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate, throw up, initial autopsy, throw up, bag it. He pats you on the back again. Then drive to the station, maybe throw up on the way there if you don't bag the thing tight enough. You seem fine. I think I've lost my sense of smell. There was a pause. A white lie. Not being hungover helps too. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Can we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now. Can't we do something else? Do something else. That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. But before we can do that, he withdraws his hand from your back and looks you in the eye. You need to get your stuff together. Shake your head. No. But I don't want to get... Okay. Thoughts gained. We should go through the locals, find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. You have received a thought. This dialogue is over. Go to your thought cabinet in the bottom right menu and equip it. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together, then back, and we'll try again. Okay. Thoughts. Oh my gosh. The thought cabinet. Your poo is a part, and it rather unbecoming of a cop, and a human being. It is supposed to be The opposite to that. Together, composed in a small area, to achieve a solid level of poo compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something familiar with your two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Experience, 95 out of 100. Skill points, initialize. Alright, we are now initializing the poo compression store. Okay. Alright. Poo compression initiated. This kid is now stopped. Yeah.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Leave. He's still throwing rocks at the body. You see the letter R where a ribbon belonged. A light above descending. The trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirl in rags." Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're a trash container. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. How do you get the lock open? We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage. Or we might want to ask for the key for the manager in the Whirl of Rags. He probably has one. And he has information. Alright, physical. Force time. Jam the tool in. That gives us a 3% chance to success. We didn't go for the strong character, so I guess we'll be going inside to ask for the key to the trash. Most checks have secret difficulty modifiers. Talking to the right person can reopen a closed white check. We didn't even talk to this young lady here. Let's talk to you.
Hello, sweetie.
The cryptozoologist's wife. Hello, sweetie. The elderly woman turns to you with a smile. Success! Wait, who's sweetie? Does that mean you like me?
You are a handsome man, officer, with your moustache and your chiseled jaw, and that silly dimple on your chin.
Aw.
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
Those are both interesting things.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Aw. Easy. Is a wacky enough for the motley crew. Her hair... Hire her on the spot. You seem to be in a chair. Yes, dear. I am a paraplegic. A paraplegic is someone who's limited or no ability to use half their body. Paraplegia is caused by a spinal cord injury, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion. Did you fight in the war? No, dear, I'm not quite that old, although I was injured in the line of duty. Were you a mountaineer? Nothing so glamorous, dear, though when I was young I dreamed of planting the Rafoshan flag on some figurative peak. What do you do then? I was training and developing manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think that it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated extremely well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays. She runs her hands over her chrome wheels of her chair. I'm sorry, this was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on. Thanks for clearing that up for me. Let's move on. No problem, she nods, smiling at you from behind her glasses. How'd you like to roll with me? Her eyes light up. Whatever do you mean? I want you to be my wheelchair partner, fighting crime, riding in backyards of corpses, catching squealing killers. Squealing killers? Oh my, she sounds impressed. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie. A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I know. But there was also the side mysteries. I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there is no swirling killings taking place. Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. She turns to you. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweet. 3 heads are better than 2. Thank you, but she looks out the window wistfully. This isn't the wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'll slow you down. She turns back to the hopeful glint in her eye. Perhaps another time. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything. Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox, but surely things can't be that bad. I drank so hard, I've literally forgot everything. Yeah, I'm probably blowing this whole thing out of proportions. Forget I said anything. She nods, but still looks worried. I'm gonna get going. Of course, dear. Good luck. Alright, so we've talked to that lady. Manager, I need the key to the trash.
You're mature, man. What exactly were you trying to accomplish? You do understand you still owe me money, right?
Yes. Darn, your fee thought we got away. I'm sorry. I know it's irresponsible of me to run. You understand I was desperate. You know what? The stupid drinks you had are on the house. You know why? Because I know you can't pay for them. Not because you ran away. Now I still have to charge you for the 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100. So we're cool? Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100. Real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there. He points upstairs. Now, what the heck did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back. Is the trash container out back yours? Mine? No, it belongs to the Wild and Rags. Thank you for clearing that up. Why did you keep the container locked? Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors, too. They put their trash there, and they don't pay for the garbage company. I thought as much. And are you only party with access to the trash container? Well, yes. And the garbage disposal company. It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. I wonder what the feeling is. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me. Prod him, then find out. Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor? Callous? What are you, Karnoff? Almost all established and keep their trash locked. The Whirl and Rags is not special in this regard. Easy. Alright. I'm no good. No one's implying you were, officer. We need those keys. What do you need them for? It concerns the case. Voice is harsh and sudden. He takes the keys from under the counter and hands them. Just bring them back once you're done, please. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. Absolutely out of the question. Easy. Absolutely in the question. First, we find a sad banger, then we sing it. Your body is ready to stir. I have something here I need to talk about. I saw a sign that says the mess hall is reserved for the union. Yes, not the whole union, thank God, just the nastiest and loudest fraction. He tosses his head in disdain. They come here in the evenings, dumb, unruly types. Think they're big, but they're good customers. Place big orders and pay on time. He gives you a meaningful look. We should find out who this loud faction is occupying the booth. How do we find them? We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. He looks towards the booth. Men are hungry, even striking men. Alright, I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go in there? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. Maybe I am a cook. You're not. Okay, there's something else I want to talk to you about. What? A thing at the whirling. No, nothing. Money I owe you. Oh, well, you don't want to talk about that right now. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. Do I even have one? But you have been in this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had something. I don't know. Near south, maybe? You don't really know, do you? I don't, but that means I'm homeless? South, maybe? Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Could I trace the way back somehow to find the exact street, the exact number on a building? Thoughts gained. You can try. Run some addresses in your head and you get the time. Maybe a street apartment will appear. Oh, okay. So we got to look at signs as well. And we have another thought. Another thought has crossed our brain. Don't forget to click the orbs around your head. They have surprises. Oh. Yeah, we have been seeing that, haven't we? So let's click on this address here. An old call box. Empty card. This button looks new, but someone has removed the nameplate. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet. He takes a step back, inspecting the other names. Alright. Is this almost done then? We need more XP? Solution. Sing karaoke is one of our top quests. Wait a minute. Leave. This belongs to the place. Open the padlock. With the yellow, well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be open. No, maybe you shouldn't. Inland Emperor. What is this? Just a feeling, a warning from some part of you. Open the lid. Task completed. Open the trash container. Open. Leveled up. The smell of rotten food raises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. We're just in time. The lieutenant peers in. This hasn't been emptied for over a week. Look under the boxes of cartons. You see milk, eggs, broken eggs in it, some pasta wrappers. Picking up the soggy packages somewhere seems familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows and the mythology in your fingers. You're used to this. Used to what? Dumpster diving? No, searching for evidence in the trash. Dive further. A box falls into place in your fingers. A cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below and a turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Pick up the rags. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. Grab them. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. The victim's clothing. The lieutenant smells them. Cadaver is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. The lieutenant proceeds a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Drop them in here. Kim quickly searches the jeans, marks blue jeans, pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt too, a wide belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. You see anything else in here? I have another bag. Reach for it. A drab long-sleeve shirt, oil-colored, appears from the food wastes. Goo, how do you say your name? Gugas? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Food waste, dripping with pus. Bag the shirt. Oh. This is a military type overgarment, no labels or serial number. This is the kind of rib knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in urban scenarios. He nods to himself. Anything more? Trivia. The rest of the rags are just kitchen waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye, but other than that, a thrown out towel, a mug, that's all. Alright, we should go to the Grant again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hotel cleaning the yard, or that one, he nods towards the red-headed boy behind him. I'd advise against confronting that force. Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them in here. He's on us! The one behind the fence yells. You hear that? He thinks you're an infant or something. See? Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put... you think someone from the whirling might have been involved? Not really. All we know is that the victim's clothing are in the trash. The lid was locked and the establishment had the key. It's just a small, loose thread. Okay, let's proceed. The lieutenant nods, then looks back at the trash container. Search the food waste. It's just organic waste. Could simply... cold and slimy on your hands. Apple, potato peels, mostly unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown for a good measure. But hey, what's this? What? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like it's the corner of something. Pick it out. Damaged ledger. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged. Well, you can still make out forms and notes written in a man's handwriting. Officer, is that your paperwork? No, it can't be. Secret task complete. Find your paperwork. Gained experience. Yes, it is. Look, he points at the plastic. Has the RCM street guide on it. You've got an autopsy form. A miserable looking slip of paper stuck to the board. If you don't mind me asking, how did you get this in the trash? Must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I need to lose it for great bloodletting to begin. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash? I don't know. I'm boring. I'd rather not. Must have been cramping my style. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know. Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure that some has fallen into the hands of the RCM enemies. Organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain information, names, even undercover operatives. Okay, I'll do that. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on this case. He peers into the trash where soggy cartons and rags stink uneventually. Now, tell me, what's your eagle eye see, or have we finished? The mug. I'm getting that mug too. You pick out the old broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man. An antique? Oddly in the social sense. Take the mug. The man briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. Close the lid. The container sounds muffled gong. That's one thing off the list. The lieutenant sounds relieved. I think we've got it all. We can open the lid again or leave. Alright, let's think. Thoughts complete. We got our poo compressed. News from the West today where a political officer has observed a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of poo togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the poo singularity lasts. All endurance, white checks unlocked, learning caps for endurance raised. Accept. Wow. Alright. Let's see. So that's the only thing we got for the mind right now. Let's run over here and see about getting this body down. Endurance. Let's get... Alright. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It smells of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. Challenge successful. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons. Do they always do that? They do after 7 days, yes. We're in deep decomposition here. Step closer. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotches by lividry. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch appears industrial in strength. Inspect the belt. The hanging man's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts in the neck above a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It is used for tying cargo under 6 rotors airships. Oh. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt for airship cargo. Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. Apparently this is a reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so. He nods. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they used whatever we had on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did this. The brief suggestion as much. Policy motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you get a briefing? No, they forgot the brief. My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing. Oh, okay. He blinks. You should ask me for the first moments we get. The first moment we get. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. I was afraid it would be... He raised to inspect the noose. Thin steel wires, particle strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I would assume. How did they even get him up there? A noose is one kind of thing that's easier to use one way around. He points to the buckle, trying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using a kid's ladder? The ladder can't carry a grown man. I don't see any splintering either. Did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. Could be the shape of the branch supporting the theory. Back off and look at the corpse. This is the next option we got. Alright, inspect the boots. The material appears to be ceramic. It's clean white, stranded in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Easy, delicate and fragile, they feel alien in the world around you. Out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots, they're armor. Armor? Possibly part of a large set. These aren't just boots, they're armor. Indeed, with the notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabratons, not boots. Oh, that's Lieutenant uses a A6. That's not just any notebook, it's a classic. Forget about the notebook. Tell me more about the armor. That's useful to know. It's all you, baby, says Encyclopedia. What kind of armor is that? Ceramic plate. Zinchroman dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. He turns the boot slightly. Fair weather model T-500 VE. I'm guessing these various enamels. This is advanced stuff. Knock on the boot. A small belt-like sound rings in the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Sounds fragile. It's anything but. The material is a ceramic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontal from the plate to the plate, dissipating it entirely. He points to the boot. See? Faint organic lines cover the plate where they separate into small plates. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them together. Like wools of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood, material like ebony, perhaps. What does this remind me of? If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross sections would look like. Run your fingers over the lines. The smooth, glossy surface features into more interconnected, peaking at right subrations where you noticed. 5%. We succeeded. The shape of the letter and the number combined. E50.100.1000. Point to it. Look, there's a serial number. Good. Can you read it to me? He tips the drawing ball point of his pen on the tongue. X54156745678222. Let's lie. Drama. Medium success. Run the number on the victim's sorry. We have to make... I didn't think lying is a good idea. We can use the radio and when we are done, either station can chase it for us. The material looks out of place. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? That's for us to find out. He checks his notes. Mr. Grant implies he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my assumptions. Initial report? Just something I scrapped together from my station. An area report on Martinianism. I'm sure you did the same. These look pretty advanced for security guards. I agree. The equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. What happened to the rest of it? The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. Where's the rest of the armor quest? We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. He nodded towards the Kuno, who's eyeing you suspiciously. This is one thing he might actually know. Maybe he should just be wearing the boots and there's the rest of the armor? No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothing. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this was the armor is often worn under fabrics. Nice, that makes sense. What if they told him to strip before they hung him? To demand... He could have been walking around naked. They usually hang them completely naked for that. The Mazine, like this one, still has his underpants. Talking about underpants. Medium success. Clearly Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to. Material looks out of place. It is expensive. The lieutenant draws a line in condensation on the ceramic with the index finger. We've requested similar material for tactical units for years. They deemed it too costly, and we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 400 years of wages. About 4 years of wages, no 100 in there. For the northwest region of Rafah, an officer's average income is 5,500 reals. Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500? Not too much, yes. Pathetic. Sounds puny. It's enough. The lieutenant nods, wiping his fingers on his sleeve. Pull the boot off. The stench fills your nostrils as you push downward. An enormous creaking sound comes from above. Stop! The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm. Pig's gotta pull his head off. Brutal. Lieutenant, you seem distressed. Why? You're about to pull his head off. Do it! Do what? Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have to compress the coroner's case. Compromised. Indeed, from the angle it looks like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on that boot? These boots would go super well with my bell-bottom pants. There's advanced enemy technology. We should conduct research with its weaknesses. Are you not detectives? There are clues inside the boot. How many clues do you need? You already found the number. Besides, he taps on the boot. There is no way we're getting them off. All the organic material in this body has flowed down to the boots. They're fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet? Easy. You're sure there was a way to peel them off. But first, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. Steal a dead man's boots, but that would be dishonorable. Refuse. For honor. Yeah, we don't need the boots. Alright then, you pay the hospital bill in honor points. But how many honor points have you collected? There are honor points? Of course. There aren't. Don't be naive. What's going to happen to the boots then? Proceeding will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing, but we will pick our fights. He looks towards the boots. Should we continue? Back off the corpse. Inspect the tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretch across the torso from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading astral riddles in the skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. This is a map of the night sky. A map of stars. He turns around to breathe before inspecting it closer. I do see some similarities to astral charts. Great century, maybe, but this seems more particular, customized somehow. As if somehow, or someone left one of the night skies flittering in through the personal choices. Blah, 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 blah. Filter remains. Thought dissipates, feeling as though it was only half right. I'm missing something. So am I. A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminum from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera. What's that? A Trident Sunshine Mini. Leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors and cameras. Before familiar somehow. Kids are freaked out. A color camera. He produces. I have only 2, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. He's only got 2 films in there, huh? Holy smokes. How do you get astro from that? A shine, followed by the break. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy pieces of paper rolling out. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. In case we need it, Lieutenant says as he shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cool machine. Yes, he slides the camera closer and tucks it away on his belt. It's pretty cool, isn't it? There is only one left. Use it wisely. What do we do with the photo for? It contains insight to the victim's personality by the build. Oh, the story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell. Sure, just don't lose it. He hands the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. Alright, what do we got left? Running out of time here. Look him in the eye. Milky white and blind, protruding from the sockets. There's no one home. Just a terror there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic pressure. The death head, grim, has passed. We got a 28 low. Tell me who you are, dead man. Oh, we won! The dead man says, I'm gone. Where have you gone? Into the wild pale yonder. Where is that? In the past. Way out in the west. I can see you're gone, but who are you? I'm a joke. Look at me. There's nothing funny about you. There's nothing funny about jokes either. Who were you when you were alive? A killer. A mother and a killer. I have another question for you. Go ahead. What is happening? What do you mean? I'm talking to you. It's the power of yours. Black, frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips. Imagination. Go ahead and ask me another question. You love questions. Why do I love questions so much? Because you're a caporoni. Look at all them go. Do you want more questions? Yeah, give me some questions. Is my name Rooney? No, you're not Rooney. I do strike myself as Rooney. No, you don't. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry. Why do I feel I've forgotten something terrible? Because you have. I hate you. You stink and you're boring. Do you remember? Do I remind you of someone? Successful. A child born with Moller's disease. Grown up, miraculously. A deep-sea creature. A baby affected with... A deep-sea creature. No, not quite. Be fair now. A baby affected. You sure wiggled out of that one. Enough. You come back and look into the face. Squint and take a step back. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of pinks and greens. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood started in first hours post-mortem. You can see the corpse has been tampered with. Does this portion of time of death match discoloration? Observe. Only the lower extremities are pink with the dash of blue. His fading hands, thighs, and neck just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears to be dark green and cold and spur. His face and hands are pink. Thighs too. I see. He adjusted his glasses. His neck too. Goes right up to the chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here. Relax your eyes. The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid seeps down his thighs onto his boots. So what do you think? I think he's dead. I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored. Something is coming out of him. He's beaten up. See the bruises? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The disguantles have made our job harder. Stop talking in riddles, coin slot. He seems... The girl yells. That's a girl? I think he's dead. Agreed. His personality is no longer a part of this world. The world no longer stores his personality in this composition. There is a time for it, and it ended 7 days ago. He nodded in agreement with the advanced piece of conceptualizing. Having molded over, the lieutenant says, that sounds about right. I think he was upright after his death. Agreed. He points to the belt, especially on his neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypnocyst supported a hanging. It seems like a lynching to me. Everything here seems to correspond with that assumption, but we should still get him down before the assumption. Cover your nose. Something is coming out of him. A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet, purging liquid in, dripping into the drop by drop. The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilometer of digestion at the time of death. We got lucky. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death? We got lucky. Did we? I don't feel lucky. Back off. Catch your breath. Let's see here. So how do we get him down? He stopped to think, then checks his notes. Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss something. We've been thorough. I have something I need to know, Corpse Man. Enough. Alright. Let's get him down. Alright. Steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought. Let's see. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance, and even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Can we saw the branch? Climb up there and saw the branch? Yeah, it seems dangerous. There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down the tree. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down? Yeah, the insurance is bang time. Big. Shoot his head off. The lieutenant remains unaffected. How? Where the buckle ties to the rope to the branch, there's a good spot to aim. Point to it. There, the buckle holds up the belt together. Where? He connects his glasses. Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits there, there might be a chance of releasing the belt. Now we're talking. Entertain us. They're missing. The pigs will miss. Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's worse? Actually, don't. It has a bad idea written all over. Wait, let me try. The man's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice you said. Actually, don't. It has a bad idea. Say nothing. Let him choose. Take the shot. I'll blow his head off. Take it. Take the shot. Take the shot. Silence with the elbows sharp and the lieutenant unzipping his jacket. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge into the barrel, separating the securing it in place. That's a A990 mass-produced muzzle loader, one of the most common firearms in the world. Oh, he then steps back and assumes the Flossetti position, taking aim. The corner of his eyes twitch. His finger is on the trigger. Easy does it, partner. He's gonna... The kid's voice drowned out in a shrill blast as the echoes off the wall of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke hits the air, and the student steps back to say to himself, dang it. A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The Flosser was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised. But above all, he could not trust his eyesight. It's okay. It's okay. What now? I can hear my neighbor's dogs going crazy. We only have so much time left. Thanks for leaving the like, guys. Let's see if we can get out of this dialogue. Doesn't say a word, just says the gun in his hand. Try again, maybe? No, we're lucky as this. We don't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. He looks around at the windows over the yard. Any more mistakes could put in unfortunate position with the locals. What now? Conclude. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we get him down without assistance. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor? I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appears to be suspects in this case. It seems dangerous route. Consider other options. I'm out of ideas. Can we ask someone else to do it? Someone else? He pauses. You mean like the police? What was the process? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why can't they help? Exactly. Call the police. Can't the boys from the processing take care of this? No. Why? Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incident in the morgue. Can I have the gun? I could try. It's as bad as it is us shooting firearms like punks. He pauses, then shrugs, and proceeds to load the thing. Go ahead. They only have one gun. This is a softer pair of pigs. Take the gun. Feel the weight first. The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. Are you waiting for? Tell him to shoot. Point the gun at the belt. The buckle comes into focus in your sight. You stand with your feet planted firmly on the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm. Why don't you just shoot yourself in the mouth? Oh gosh. Let's see. Point the gun at Kuno. Close your left eye. Your field of vision narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glims, catching the noon as the corpse rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulder direct your gun sync, dramatically hypnotizing. Look, he's crying. You gonna cry? Got 58. We did it! Challenge successful. The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, losing with a whirl. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body, slumped down for a moment. A man appears to be kneeling in front of you. Easy, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within himself. Who killed you? Communism. Oh boy. It takes a millisecond for the allocation of flesh within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in the muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrible stench. Task completed. Getting the body down. You've been policed. How did I do that? Who's laughing now? Despite her words, her tone seems celebratory. You've been policed. Ace is high. The lieutenant raises his hand, waiting for you to slap it. Aw, high. We're gonna slap that hand, of course. Thoughts gained. Ace high. Lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salute. Your palms hurts from the slap. It proceeds down to the point. I knew these guys were. His face is deeply approving. What now? We'll perform a field autopsy and determine what's the cause of death, but before, excuse me, he needs to turn away from the corpse. Slumping on the ground looks like not improved. The way the corpse smells, the fall seems to have released something deep within it. It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilation here. Just a little breather before we autopsy. Alright, give him back his gun. You should try interviewing the Union, Harbor people, blah blah blah. Or we should ask around for representatives of the local company. My initial information says that the Wild Pines have sent some of the strike negotiators to wrangle back the event. Easy, you should ask the gardener for directions. Alright. The infamous list of interviews. Yes, he nods. And this is where the interviews. Let's go. Auto save. Woo! Alright guys, thanks everyone for watching and leaving likes, subscribing, sharing on your favorite social media. This is Billy on the Go JMC channel. Gotta go to work now. Bye!